Hello, everyone, and happy Monday from the Office in the Trees, where I am going to share, and then I'm going to take you down to the garden for Monday's greenhouse growth. Monday's growth from the greenhouse. So I'm trying something different today. I am sharing this. I'm sharing this on my business page. I normally share this on my personal page. Let's see if it'll let me. Why won't it let me share it to my personal page? That's really weird. Let's see. Here we go. Share now. Okay. So normally I do this Monday's growth from the greenhouse on my personal. So let's see. Monday's growth from the greenhouse. Okay. So I normally get quite a few views when I do this from my personal. So I just wanted to share it from my personal. And we are in the Office in the Trees, and I'm going to walk you down to the greenhouse. If you're just joining in, could you comment with a hello and possibly where you're joining in from? I'm hooking up my microphone. You should see my gadget today, my setup here. I literally have my phone cord. It's kind of funny. So I thought I'd take you down to the greenhouse via our trails in the house. So here we go, Chancey and I. Ready, Chancer? My girl. Let me grab my little deal. So we're leaving the little log home and we're heading down to the greenhouse. Eddie, you just chill out. Stay there. It is a day of rain, sunshine, no wind. So what is it like where you're joining in from? I'm putting on my extra tufts and I'm going to show you our decking and the trail that we have made, that I've made, and this beautiful yard I get to live in. Here we go. I'm going to turn you around. So this is some of the deck. We're leaving the Office in the Trees, and I went a little crazy with the nasturtiums this year. A little crazy. Look how massive they are. I was hoping they would hang over the deck, and I've been taking plants out of here because they just got so huge. And the rose just finally popped over there. So here we go. Down, down, down. 1,600 square foot deck. And we've done a lot of work to this place since we moved in. It's been a definite work in progress. And there's see, they're starting to drape over. We just got brand new windows. There's my little perennial garden. Apple trees. Here's another apple tree. Last year it produced so many apples. Okay. And I created a trail over there. There's our free hot tub, which my husband built another deck. There's another trail going down, which I got rid of all the growth in this area and created another trail. I'll take you down the stairs though. We're starting to paint all these railings. See, they were this color, and we're painting them this color. And all the benches. My husband picked out those colors. There's Chancey. Fireweed is blooming. And there's something like 90 stairs to finish painting the orange, and the railing stuff is just really going to pop and look amazing. So now we're almost to the barn. And I'll turn the camera around. And that's it. So literally, I could get 3 miles in in our own. Hopefully it will. There we go. So it reconnected. Yay. So now I'm down below. We're on two different streets, so we've got a gate down below here. And this morning, outside this gate behind me, there was a mom and three tiny, tiny, tiny little babies, which my husband saw. I didn't. I was getting ready to walk Chansey, and bless my husband's heart, he said, don't go right, go left, because the bears went right. I didn't walk down here. Although I probably walk by them all the time and I don't even know it. So now we're to the greenhouse. So we're doing things a little backwards today. I'm showing you all the growth outside first. So see, the nasturtiums are finally popping and they're falling over the decking. And then we've got squash, which I've already had one and given one away. I don't know that we're going to get any more peas from this. I kind of shocked it by moving it around last week. And then more zucchini. And they are coming up, gang. Just hold it. Sorry about that. I just took my microphone off. Oops, technology. So you can see the babies in there. Baby zucchini. Lots of them popping up. There's another one. We're going to have lots and lots of zucchini. And Chansey's eating a stick. And it's very hot in here. I thought these were peppers last week, which in fact they're weeds. And my husband doesn't want me to kill them because he thinks they're really pretty. So I'm going to plant them somewhere because they are pretty little flowers. And they for sure are not peppers. And then it is hot in here. It says it's 95 in the greenhouse. Oh, goodness. And we have, look at the size of these cucumbers, gang. Last week when I was on here, they were probably half a foot shorter, maybe a foot. Every day I come down here because we have so much daylight right now, and I stake them up every day. And there's lots of them popping to life. It's going to be a good cucumber year. And we have a tomato and lots of new tomatoes and peppers. Lots of peppers. Lots and lots of peppers. So that is the growth happening within the greenhouse. And somewhere down here I lost my tripod that I always put my phone on when I'm doing these. So I'm going to have to find it when I'm carting stuff up and down from the office to the greenhouse. I tend to lose things. So who's joining in today and where are you joining in from? Will you share with us where you're joining in from? Please. I would love to know. Even if you're watching the replay, let us know where you're joining in from. And because this book was so well received last week, I'm going to read out of it again this week. And guess who won? I had an extra book last week and I had asked a question and my dad actually answered the question and he won the book. So I'm sending him the extra copy of the 4 agreements that we have. So, as I mentioned, there was a mom, a big black mom and 3 little tiny babies right outside the greenhouse this morning. So if Chansey starts going nuts, I will switch the camera and I'll walk out there. And I wish you could see my setup. I literally have the phone on like a little bungee cord. So last week I read out of this book and the 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. I think that's how you say his name. And it brought up a lot of stuff for myself in my business and my personal life. And I have a women's membership called Visions to Profits membership community. And we actually talked about the first agreement, which is be impeccable with your word and what that means to you. And P.S., by the way, Visions to Profits membership, which is a women's community where women come together who are looking to change and grow and connect with like-minded souls. So they pay a monthly subscription fee to be involved in this. And we have weekly, it's called Focus Forward meetings. It's really, I call them the ambassadors this morning. They're sort of helping me to brainstorm ideas for the group. And they suggested that I share with you that the group is really about and really for anybody who is looking for some sort of a direction in their life, or maybe you're stumbling and you have a change that you're going through. Maybe you're switching careers or starting a new business or growing a business. Or you're a mom and you're looking to do something that's really fulfilling outside of your home, or if you're struggling, if you're searching for something, Visions to Profits may be for you. We come together, we talk about struggles and challenges, and then I share, hello Chancey, you want to get up here and say hi? She's always the star of the show. So there she is. Can you say hi to everyone? Here, can you say hi? Huh? You're always a star. Yes, thank you. Oops. So we come together, and I do a workshop quarterly, which will be involved in the membership moving forward, taking people through my vision mapping system. So, and then there's so much more that gets added on. If you're interested, I open doors again August 13th, and you can go to alaskatracy.com and click the link that you're interested for more information on Visions to Profits, and you will be on the early bird wait list. You might even get a couple goodies. Okay, so I can't see who's joining in, but I can see people. I wonder if that's because I shared it with my personal. So if you're joining in, would you pop a comment below letting me know where you're joining in from and how you're doing today? And welcome. Welcome to Monday's Growth from the Greenhouse. And again, please share where you're joining in from so that I can see, because I can't see who anybody is right now. So we talked about the 4 agreements. The first agreement last week, be impeccable with your word. And this week we're going to skip to the second agreement. Oh, this one's a good one. Does anybody know what it is? The second agreement. I know a lot of you have read it. Anybody know what the second agreement is? Oh, this one's so good, and one of my biggest challenges in life. Don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. It says the next 3 agreements are really born from the first agreement. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. Who has challenges with that? Whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Using an earlier example, if I see you on the street and say, hey, you're so stupid, without knowing you, it's not about you, it's about me. If you take it personally, then perhaps you believe you are stupid. Maybe you think to yourself, how does he know? Is he clairvoyant? Or can everybody see how stupid I am? Oh my goodness. And then I'm not going to read the whole chapter, but I'm going to jump here to, oh my goodness, don't take anything personally. This whole chapter is just amazing, amazing, amazing. You can see how important this agreement is, he says. Taking nothing personally helps you to break many habits and routines that trap you in the dream of hell and cause needless suffering. Can you relate to that? Just by practicing this second agreement, you begin to break dozens of teeny tiny agreements that cause you to suffer. And if you practice the first 2 agreements, you will, wait, the first two agreements. I'm only on the second one. Yeah, okay, this one in the second. And if you practice the first two agreements, you will break 75% of the teeny tiny agreements that keep you trapped in hell. Krista, she says, I love that book. I love this book too. And you know, I do a lot of meditation, Krista, and people ask me for my business. I do meditation in our weekly calls. I do it when I'm speaking. I do it when I'm teaching. And a couple of people recently said meditation doesn't really go into their religion or whatever. And meditation for me is simply being still and listening, which is in every single religion, right? So I practice a lot of meditation, and so I started this Growth from the Greenhouse, and I've been grabbing a book from my bookshelf every week and bringing it into the greenhouse. And I grabbed this one last week, and the funny thing is, I don't know who it's really helping out there for me to read this and go over this, but it's helping me tremendously to live my authentic self. So just a little bit more about this second agreement, which is don't take anything personally. He says, if you keep this agreement, don't take anything personally. If you keep this agreement, you can travel around the world with your heart completely open and no one can hurt you. You can say, I love you without fear of being ridiculed or rejected. You can ask for what you need. You can say yes or you can say no, whatever you choose, without guilt or self-judgment. You can choose to follow your heart always. Then you can be in the middle of hell and still experience inner peace and happiness. You can stay in your bliss and hell will not affect you at all. And I'm going to go back and read the whole second agreement myself because this book just is so applicable for what we are all walking through today, right? I mean, it's applicable all the time, and then add the COVID in there and everything else. And it just really, it's good to be reminded of this stuff, that people can say and feel what they want, and it doesn't have to affect me. And what a freedom. So can anybody else relate to that? Share their experience with that? Or maybe you're in the middle of that struggle and that challenge, and you're having a really hard time navigating your way through that. And believe me, I know I've been there. Oh my goodness, I've been there. I think I've left jobs over it. I've moved over it. I've done all sorts of things over it. And it's a practice of learning, right? Just learning that don't take anything personally. The second agreement, don't take anything personally. And what a practice. So I needed to hear that today. I'm hoping that somebody else out there listening needed to hear that from the 4 agreements. Hello, April. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate all of you for joining in. I tried something new today. I did not do it from this Growth from the Greenhouse. I didn't do it live from my personal. I moved it over to my business because I have a theory on that. And so I shared from up above and I walked you down. So if you didn't catch that, if you came in late, click on below. I shared our whole yard and our 90 stairs down to the greenhouse, and I was hoping to see mama and baby bears walk by, but what are the chances of it happening twice in one day, right? Krista says, a good reminder. Thanks for joining in, Krista. Like I said, I don't know that anybody else is getting anything out of this, but I sure am. I was able to make a kind of a decision with my business this weekend because of that first agreement, which is being impeccable with my word, and it felt really uncomfortable to do, and yet it feels freeing to be living in my own truth. And so Thanks again for joining in. Again, a plug for Visions to Profits membership. It's a women's community, and it is filled with a success pathway for calmness, clarity, and prosperity, however you define those things for you. If you are feeling a little out of control and unfocused, and maybe you're stuck and you are not prospering right now, give it a thought. Visions to Profits. The doors open August 13th, and we are welcoming 40 new women, and I hope that somebody that's listening today is one of those women. Reach out if you have any questions. We can have a Zoom call, and I can share more. You can go to alaskatracy.com and click on the link to get waitlisted and maybe get some goodies popped your way. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining live or the replay. Please comment if this has helped you so that I know to continue doing this, and share if it was helpful, or if you think it's helpful to anybody else. Thanks for joining Monday's Growth from the Greenhouse. Ta-ta! Who says that anymore, right? See ya.